Hello, welcome to today's vlog. My name is Adam, and there's a new addition to the family. Guess what it is, eh? I look like a gynecologist here. What's going on? There we go. Yeah, we got a pussy cat, man. Little kitty cat. Called him Walter. Walt. Um, although some of us wanted him to be called Barbosa after Pirates of the Caribbean, but that's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? That's a bit. So he's called Walter Barbosa instead. So yeah, he's basically just under me desk down here at the moment. He's hiding. He's doing his little territory explore. So we'll have to wait till he comes out. But yeah, well, actually, do you know what? This is probably a good time as any. A couple of people have said like what's your setup and stuff like that, and we're talking about cats, we're talking about rats. We've just talked about cats. I'll move on to the rats in a minute, but this is my setup that I use for the flight simulation. Um, it's uh, it's a simple joystick, and that's it. Basically, joystick, keyboard, and then the microphone to talk, and then that's it. That's all I have, right, for this setup. Um, when we get a bigger place, I'll pull out the rest of the gear as well, because it's a proper yoke and pedals and throttles and buttons and switches and all that. So yeah, I have been thinking about remapping though my controller. So at the moment, my controller, what I have mapped is I have all like the gear function and the flaps and everything mapped on these buttons here, and then mapped on the buttons here. It's a really good joystick. This is the old Thrustmaster. You're right, Loxley, mate. How's it going? I'm all right, yeah. Yeah, as I say, I got flaps and I've got things mapped to the buttons on this joystick. But what I've been thinking of doing is having viewpoints mapped on here, so I could change view a lot easier, and then have like the flaps and that mapped on the keyboard instead. So, if I decide to change it, I've got to remap about 100 to 200 planes if I decide to do that, which that's gonna be a ball ache, isn't it? You just chilling, mate? Yeah. Yeah. Well, we got a little putty cat here, and he's chilling somewhere as well. But yeah, it's talking about cats. Let's talk about rats, man. There's a lot of rats in the world, isn't there? I had one speaking to me last night. I need to put this down because it's tiring my arm out here. Let's put you down over here. There we go. That's better. Whew. So yeah, I had a dude contact me last night, right? And he was like, "Oh mate, can you get me flight simulator to work? It keeps crashing. It keeps crashing." So I was like, and usually that's sometimes a hardware. Very rarely it's the software that's crashing it. It's probably your hardware that's making it the fault somewhere. So it's like you gotta pinpoint what that hardware problem is usually. And with the P3D version 5, it's the GPU that's been crashing, basically. So I started asking him loads of questions like, what kind of CPU you got? What kind of GPU you got? And he's like, he's got a really good one. And I'm like, well, I don't know, mate, crashing then. If you got a really good CPU and GPU, mate, that's adequate to run it, by the way. So I don't know. And then I was like, what edition have you got there? Have you got the Academicus, mate? I've got the Professional Plus. It's a cracked version. It's been hacked. I'm like, what? It's already been hacked and it's out on there on the dark web, on the dark underweb. And people are already knocking around. Do you know what? This got me thinking, right? I have not seen anybody, hardly ever. There's like one person other than me who streams on Twitch P3D version 5. I haven't really seen anybody streaming it on YouTube. I haven't really seen anybody doing that many flights with it. And I'm like, why? It's like, it's a lot better than version 4, and so many people are just still streaming 4.5 and version 4 and stuff like that. And I'm like, how come nobody's moved on to 5? Because it is so much better than version 4, even without all the airports and aircraft and all that, right? It performs a lot better. And glitches aside, obviously there's glitches when it first releases until it's patched, but all that aside, it's a better version of P3D. So I'm thinking, why hasn't everybody moved on? But you know what? I have started to see people now stream this thing, and I'm wondering, are they like waiting until the cracked version comes out? Because it's the professional version that's been cracked, from what this dude was telling me last night. So it's like, I mean, there is no reason to get the professional or the professional plus version over the academic. Seriously, there's no extra function, there's no special magic sauce that it's got. It literally just means that you can do a little bit more towards military scenario training, you know, than you can with the academic, which for a flight simmer means nothing. So anybody who gets the professional plus version thinking they got something better, you know, and it's most likely anybody who gets it now and starts saying I've got the professional version, probably a hacker, probably hacked the program. But anyway, I was like, dude, I'm sorry, I can't help you there, mate. If you've hacked that program, I'm sorry. You're best going to the forums. All right, MS, how's it going, mate? Yeah, it says you're best going to the forums and asking around there. Although if you haven't got a although actually no, because it's a separate login for both. And yeah, ask around the forums, like, so because I'm not going to help you, mate. If you've hacked it, forget it. So yeah, a lot of rats around, a lot of rats roaming around. But I was wondering is that the reason why hardly anybody's streaming it? Because they'd rather use their version 4 until a hack comes out, and then suddenly you'll see everybody jumping on the bandwagon. Guys, keep an eye on Twitch, right? Keep an eye on people who are now streaming version 4.5 to version 5, right? If suddenly a load more people from this date onwards start streaming version 5, they're all pirates, basically. Honestly, because for the past week, literally me and one other person, and like that person does X-Plane, does P3D version 4.5 as well, and does the odd flight with version 5. Like, I'm pretty much the only person who I've seen doing P3D version 5 on Twitch. Seriously. It's like nobody does it for some reason, and I don't know why, because it is great. But let's see if it does it now after it's been hacked, eh? I bet more people start playing on it now, eh? I mean, they might be waiting for the aircraft and airplanes and airports and all that to be, you know. But to be honest, you don't need to. If you've installed it using the old XML, you can just port it over and it's fine. I don't know what the big problem is with waiting for add-ons. You know, it's all my add-ons are working. You know, so anyway, that's it. All the rats in the world, and now we're gonna try and find the cat here. Walt's stuck behind my desk and he won't come out. He'll come out when he's ready. He's a kitten. They like getting into little tiny places. The tighter, the more secure they feel. You know what I mean? They like a nice little closed coffin box, you know? And then as they get older, they like to stretch out. I mean, it's just like humans, really, isn't it? Everybody likes a big hug as a kid. Oh, yeah. Then as an adult, you're like, no, dude, go away, man. Leave me alone. So, anyway. Guys, take care. I was hoping to show you Walt to you, but maybe tomorrow, guys. I'll have to wait till tomorrow to meet Walt. He is honestly so cute. He's like literally that big. Well, actually, no, he's not. He's twice as big as that, actually. He's like two of them in your hand. You know, he's like two of them in your hand. Dun dun. That's how big he is. Anyway, Forky here from Toy Story. Hey, Forky, what's up? Hi, everyone. How you doing? I'm Forky. Anyway, guys, gonna catch you later. I'll see you tomorrow. And so yeah, tomorrow there's absolutely nothing coming out on my YouTube channel. Absolutely nothing except for the daily vlog. You know what I mean? But Monday we've got Assassin's Creed, and then Wednesday evening there's gonna be another flight, and Thursday and Friday we got the multiplayer again. Can't wait for that. Multiplayer flight simulation, guys. It's going to be ace. All right, guys. Take care. See you tomorrow. Bye.